Hey, what's up, everybody? Wagy tapping in for another court chat. Just want to say thank you for your patience. I know it's been a while. Things were kind of getting hectic over the summer. Decided to take the time and focus on, enjoying the time with the kids. We were off our regular scheduled programming, but we had like a good time. And to kind of bring this thing back, again, with patience, thank you for your patience. I'm enjoying the aspect of hurrying up to wait. It's an old military concept, hurry up and wait, right? Be okay being bored, but also productive. So with this time, I got to focus and spend a lot of quality time with my children and focus on, connections and relationships that are very meaningful for me. Moving on into the last half of my life, having kind of successfully grounded out and achieved what I wanted to do goal-wise personally, the richness of connections and relationships that I get to foster throughout the last half of my life are going to be invaluable. I cultivated a lot of strong brotherhood throughout the first aspect. So when things kind of went left, I had good people to lean on. Right now, we're keeping those connections fresh and involved regularly, going back and forth with concepts, and like engaging in the play, enjoying the banter, the sarcasm, the childlike nature of life. Again, the concept of adulthood, I'm glad I got to shake that off to where a lot of the concepts that we have are from early childhood. A lot of the trauma and pain that we experience are from early childhood, whether that be parenting, school, getting bullied, whatever have you. People carry that throughout their life, and like having acknowledged that within myself, doing that inner work, I get to engage on the emotional aspect of play and that communication style. People communicate very differently. A lot of times feeling is being conveyed and it's not being articulated correctly, and you get to be able to pick up on these things the more you choose to listen differently. Whereas before I was kind of rushing through life with a hammer, no real nuance. I mean, I had it, but it was directed in other areas of my life, not necessarily the relationship, because I'm going full bore. I got to take on a ton of responsibility in my youth, and that carried with me for a long time. There was a bit of resentment in regards to a feeling of lack of appreciation in regards to whatever those efforts were. But, again, the more you come to understand people's feelings and kind of upbringing, this is why you want to have those boundaries, establish those boundaries. You do what you can to work with people, but sometimes wrenches get thrown into the cogs and the system's going to break down. There's nothing you can do about that but choose to kind of repair and heal and move on for yourself. So again, patience. The last thing that I get to do in this life, I'm by all means in no rush to do it. I get to greet an old friend, and I want to do it with as much poise and confidence as possible. And, being able to actively take on discipline that I had through those kind of grind years and apply it to myself. Again, having patience. Most of the patience that I get to execute at this particular point in time is in regards to staving off pleasure, whether it be any kind of vice, any kind of intimacy, any kind of consumption. So like my body goes into fasting at kind of almost perfect timing. When I find myself without any of my children, my body will just shut down consuming food. Previously, in my younger years, fast food was a large part of the diet because it was convenient and affordable. Now, having the patience to allow my body to sit with itself and really process what it has and let it know that it's not necessarily needing of anything. I get to wait and look forward to a meal. My favorite cheat meal for when I get back to food is a nice salmon salad with apples on the side. Like I look forward to it. My mouth gets salivated thinking about it. And then the aspect of the other thing that's fun is when I'm engaging in this, where my body sets this particular process up for me, it's weird how much food is getting offered to you. Maybe it's at other times and I'm just not noticing it, or maybe, people are kind of taking shots to jab at me because they know I'm in the middle of a session, which is fine. Again, that aspect of play. I used to hate being poked. That concept of poking the bear. Now that I understand the art form of it, and you get to do class in regards to that, because you're never going to be able to stop the pokes from coming. And to be able to engage with those pokes and maybe redirect them towards beneficial aspects, that's the beauty of this patience. Again, curbing lustfulness, not being in such a rush to intimacy. It's available, but it's not at the forefront. Again, most of the things, my priority list: self-care, physical fitness, kids, finances, fun. That's how I get to structure and enjoy the rest of my life. Most of the category of fun are the things that I get to be the most patient with, and I get to wait on. Enjoying the self-care, me time. And again, the richness of the connections when I get to be around the people that I genuinely care about. Those things, priority. So again, thank you for waiting. I know I'd taken some time off. It was good for me to address the things that I wanted to. And I hope that you take the time to address things that you want to in your life. Like, for me, this is necessarily a hobby. It's not necessarily, I do grind on it and I appreciate that, but it's for a different purpose other than that. So again, I hope you find the patience within yourself. Give yourself that grace. Don't be in such a rush to live life. Take the time. Hopefully you'll get to have a lot of it. And cultivate things that you want to see to fruition. On that note, Wages out.